Hey everyone, it's Barbara, the Raspberry Stitcher. How are you today? Well, this is take 2 for me, so not very good, but let's go forward. So this is episode number 8, and it is Sunday the 25th, and we're going to do this for a second time. First, I want to thank you for coming back and watching me and following along. And sorry I'm a week late, but I had the chance to go and watch my daughter swim in California at the Collegiate National Championships for Synchronized Swimming, and it was fantastic. And more on that later in the video. And that's one of the reasons this episode is a little long. It's because at the very end, I'm going to add some video and pictures from my trip. So stay tuned for that. Stitching mojo. So during the middle of the month, I kind of lost a little stitching mojo. I got my second shot, which was fantastic because that's what led to me being able to go to California and watching my daughter. So that was fun. But that second shot I got achy. I had a little bit of symptoms and I kind of lost my stitching mojo for a little bit. I would say it's coming back, but it definitely slowed down my progress this month. I did make progress on everything, but just not quite as much as I really wanted to. So we'll be going through that during my whips. And let me know what you guys do to get your stitching mojo back. Myself, I just try to really concentrate on something that makes me happy to stitch, and just making sure that I do it every day and increasing that amount of time, not totally forcing it, but just getting back in a rhythm of stitching seems to help. So anyway, let me know what you think. Next, I have no FOs and I have no FFOs, but I thought I would show you a finish from a few years ago. I got it as a birthday start and present to myself. And I have seen a few people on Instagram and Facebook stitching this. And with the summer coming, it makes me think of Americana stitching, which is my absolute favorite kind of stitching to do. Even though I love my samplers, I really love Americana. So I thought I would show you from Sweet Land of Liberty, Salute to Abigail, which I stitched pretty soon after this book was published in 2016. I think I bought it right away. And I knew that that's what I was going to do. I did not do it in the called for silks. I just picked some overdyes. So this is what it looks like. They did it on Mink R&R. And I think I think mine is close to Mink. I don't know if it exactly is. I did not keep track of it back then. What I did end up pulling, I believe I ended up doing this with Weeks Dye Works linen for the white. It's more of a creamy white. I believe I used 2 different reds. I know that I used Candied Apple by Weeks Dye Works, and I'm pretty sure I used this Turkish red for, it's got some darker elements in it for some of the areas. And then for the blues, sorry about that, I used Black Raspberry Jam. Now, this is gonna go into the whole dye lot conversation. So Black Raspberry Jam, most of the time when I've gotten it has been like this, where it's like a blue to a purple. The ones that I got, I had a light blue, and you'll see it says Black Raspberry Jam, and then this medium blue. These are the 2 I used for that. And so I'm going to show you them all together so you can kind of see how this looks different. And these are all labeled the same color. So just FYI, not that you can reproduce that because there's no way those dye lots are going to look the same. But this is my finished piece. And I had so much fun stitching it. I really wanted it to look red, white, and blue. I believe this silk for the red, maybe a little more orangey red tone, whereas this one is, you know, really true red. That candy apple red is a bright true red, which looks really nice on this deeper fabric. So, and hopefully you can tell, like in the bird is more of the Turkish. You can see the variegation in a lot of the little berries out here. I did those in the solid candy apple, if I remember correctly. So I just thought I would show you that. I really should get that framed and up for this year. Would be a fantastic idea. So since I didn't have any other things to show you, I thought I'd show you that. And hopefully you're noticing my finished piece back here. I pinned that up, just a little teaser. I'm going to be talking about that in my special edition Flosstube, which I plan to record today, probably later, and get it up probably tomorrow, maybe later today, since I've had a little issues today. This is my second go around on this one. We'll see. But anyway, that one is going to be talked about in my special edition Flosstube for my Autism Sal with the Jessie Watson stitch. So look for that. So let's go ahead and talk about what I'm working on for a finish. With that, I want to talk about one of the items I got as my haul. So I am trying to get 2 whips done for a new start. So I have to finish 2 whips for any new start that I do this year. I have finished 6. This would become my 7th. I have started 2 things already, and I need to earn 1. I think I've only started 2. Let's look. So in my handy dandy book, yes, I've only started 2. I'm not counting my new start as my new year new start as a start, rules. I give myself these crazy rules, and oh well. So I still have 1 that I'm going to do for my birthday start, which is in July. So I'm not going to really probably start something maybe till then, unless I get a couple more of these whips, done. But what I'm working on right now is waiting for the harvest. And I took this on my trip to California with me because I thought it'd be a great one to do in the plane. It's 1 color. It is easy. It's small. So what I had gotten was from That's So Kelly, one of her Bitsy Bobs, and it just opens and folds up. It's got a zipper pouch that have my scissors, my extra floss, my corner gauge, and as you can see, like all of my little ends, and then the one strand of floss that I'm working on, totally right there, folded up. I was looking for. Right here it is. No, I even put my pattern in there, which I thought I had right here, but oh, here it is. So what I would do is just my pattern would fold up, and I could lay that in there along with the piece, which I'll show you in a minute. The other thing I did is I would take my scissors and put them here, but I would put them on top of the pattern. It was a little breezy where we were at, and this stuff never moved, but I would just open up my pattern and put my scissors on top of it, and that way pattern didn't even move. So that was really nice. So here is where I am at on that. This is 32 count Weeks Dye Works, and it's the old Weeks, and it's cappuccino. And it's 1 floss of espresso bean by the Gentle Art. So I think it looks great. All I've got to do is finish these pumpkins and add my last initial R up there. And this will be a finish, which shouldn't take too long. But I really like how it looks. I like the prim look of it. I think the coverage is great. I know some people, kind of would worry about that. Let me try to find a back to put that on so you don't see through it. But there we go. I really like how that looks. It's been an enjoyable stitch, especially because I did kind of like the same thing. So I would do this one, this one, this one, and this one. I come back and I did these. So it was like stitching the same thing over and over. I went across all the way here. So it's been really a fun stitch. So I worked on that pretty much for those 4 days that I was gone. I traveled on a Thursday, got to California, meet was on Friday and Saturday, and then flew back on Sunday. So that is all I got done with those days. But this was really great because I could just fold this up, put this in here, fold it all in there. I did put it in a plastic bag because I was carrying food in my bag with me, and then I could just put it right in there. You have to be careful not to, go this way if something would fall out. But other than that, this is fantastic. I've already talked to Kelly about making a bigger one because she has a bigger size, and I thought that would be nice to have too, and you could put a little bit bigger project in it, especially like a half size would be great in that one, and super nice and easy for travel. Keeps what you need in there. So once I get that done, I'm going to talk about what I'm going to work on next. The next whip I would like to complete is what I just showed, the Stacy Nash house on Pumpkin Hill can keep. I have finished some of the items down here. I'm starting on this house. I am using the called for, except for the cream color here. I changed it to roasted marshmallow, and my roasted marshmallow is pretty variegated. It's not solid. It's got like the really pretty deeper cream color to light, and you'll see that on the pumpkin. The rest of it is all the called for. And I am doing this on Weeks Dye Works Gunmetal, which I think is a perfect color for this. So you can see the nice variegation I've gotten my pumpkin with that. And I'm starting the house over here. So that's where I'll pick up on that one. So that's the next one I would like to try to get finished out of my whip pile so I can earn some new starts. I've got 31 whips that I started the year with. I'd like to get that cut down a bit. I have cut it from 31 down to 6. So that's good. We'll see how much more I can do. I would like to get it a bit more, but I know that this summer is going to be a little harder to get more done. I do stitch a lot more in the fall and winter because I'm inside and more cooped up. I do like to be outside and garden, so that time is, happening, and I am going to be getting out there and redoing a flower bed that I redid last year, but then we had a sewage issue and all of it had to be dug up, and now I have to redo it again. Yes, I cried a bit of tears over it because I spent months actually redoing everything, relaying all of the stonework and replanting and moving and mulching, and it was perfect. And then I had to move all the plants and they had to dig everything up, and now a few of the bulbs are in weird places. Some things didn't come back, so I have to restart. Life, right? Okay, so let's go into haul since I showed you that one piece, and definitely go check out That's So Kelly. She's got great products, and she is just the sweetest person, and she does custom ones. So she talked to me about having me send her fabric to make the bigger one. I thought that's a great idea. So I'm going to look through my fabric since y'all know I just bought a bunch. I do need to find out from her how much she actually would need to do one, and maybe send her some fabric and get that bigger size made. So I'm excited because I'm going to have it be purple and probably green because I love it. So next on the list, I got my next installment of Heartstring Samplery Sunday Stitches. And these are going to be on my list for next year for smalls. It is well with my soul. And I've been getting those from a local shop. So only certain shops are going to carry those. Whoever has auto ship through Heartstring Samplery, on her website, she has a list of shops that do that. I decided I would try to get them from a local Indiana shop. So I am doing that from House of Stitches up in LaPorte, Indiana. And this nice little note. They also give me a little freebie. So they're super nice. And when I called, they were so helpful. And I'm just getting the charts right now. I haven't put together any fabric or floss, but I figure I can do that probably from Stash. The next thing I got is What Remains by Blackbird Designs, and this is an exclusive from Traditional Stitches up in Canada. So you would need to check with them if they're still have any more of these kits or charts. It will be an exclusive. I'm assuming at least a year. I don't know if these will be then released after that or not. I'm not sure. And at first I really didn't know if I would buy that one because there's another one that they have that's similar, and I thought, oh, that's all right. But then when Traditional Stitches has a Flosstube, and when they showed on their Flosstube the silks that Amy Mitten from Fibers to Die For was going to do, I did pretty much die for those silks. They're gorgeous. I got 40 straw, and these are the colors. It's beautiful silk colors, bright, but bright but muted. Is that right? Does that even make sense to anyone? Bright but muted. I put little holes in there just to do my extra flosses when I start to stitch. But that is gorgeous. I also got the special floss ring that came with it. And there's a little peacock. There's a peacock on there and a little beautiful button. So yeah, I got the whole kit basically. And have to earn a start to get this one started if I want to. But it's beautiful. I'm really happy that I got it. The other thing I got, my So Much to Love bag. So we got an exclusive chart from Annie B's Folk Art, and it is adorable. So this will probably be on my list for next year since I'm doing smalls. And I'd like to do some seasonal smalls for sure. And just to be able to set them out every year. So I am excited about that. I think it's really cute. I have some fabric that I think would look really good with that, and probably some trim already. We also got this cute bunny scissor fob. Now looking down because I need to, it's Retromatic Fripperies. Retromatic Fripperies. Now she did say they're not going to be doing any more. So this will be the last time that they make anything for them. That these they're retiring, but they did a knockdown, just beautiful job on this one. I mean, look at those bunnies. Look at the detail in that. It is so cute. And it has the So Much to Love on the back. But isn't it adorable? I love it. And then we got some mint stash tea. I got some jelly beans, which I've already eaten, so can't show you those, but it was cute. So here's the bag. Just adorable seasonal Easter bag, springy. So this will become my Easter bag. So I was talking to a friend on Zoom, and I said, oh, let me show you my Americana bag. I'll just bring it out and show you what I got, because we were talking about Americana stuff. She goes, what do you mean? I go, I have a whole bag full of just Americana starts, like kitted up, partially kitted, whatever. She's like, you do? And I'm like, yes, I have them for every season, or I'm working on that for every season. So I've already got this full. So I'm going to show you the inside. Cute bunnies. But I've already started kind of that bunny theme. I've got other charts here. I can't quite show you all of them. But like I have the Whilst Iris Naps spring freebies. I've got some that I've bought from Country Rustic Primitives that are, Eastery, like early spring. So what I'll do is I'll start kitting that up. And then when I want to work on that season, I've already got stuff ready to go. So we were going through them, and she's like, you need to do a Flosstube on your seasonal bags. That would be so fun. So if you guys want to see that sometime, let me know. Maybe I'll do some special edition ones, especially next year. That might be a good thing to do since I'm doing smalls, and I'm going to try to do a lot of more seasonal type stuff. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. But this bag is adorable. So this is going to become my Easter bag that I'm going to put all that stuff in and keep all my stuff together. So here we go. I love it. I'm so glad I did this to get that, to be honest. I did get one other bag. I know, like, I need more bags, right? Well, and I make my own, but still, when you see a bag and you just love it, you got to have it. So this is by Stitch Folk. And I had seen, I think, Brenda the Serial Starter, Laura, talk about them, I think, and maybe somebody else. And I've seen them on Instagram. So I just looked, and she had this bag. And so I bought it. And it was funny because there's her information on the back. Because then I think another YouTuber somebody was giving them away as a giveaway. And I'd already bought basically the whole set. So I thought that was hilarious. And the exact same set. So kind of funny. So this is what I got. The handle, the Blackbird design fabric, so cute, so well made. Got the little floss keep here. adorable. And I just was excited to get it. Beautifully made bag. Awesome corners. I mean, perfect. Just gorgeous. So I got that. Of course, next up is fabric, because what would my Flosstube be without fabric stash? So I got some Dixie sampler fabric. She had another sale. I got a 40 count in beachfront, a 40 count in vintage bee's knees, and a 40 count in wild hair. Those are really nice. And then, of course, I got some Xjude. So I got some more old linen, which is what I'm doing the Winter Rose Manor on. So, and then I got a 40 in the marbled pointer. And mine isn't as, doesn't have as much of the variegation. Now there is some, so I'm gonna open this up so you can see. So there's some of the splotches of variegation. Now I know some have more and some have less. It's kind of a reddish brown splotches, and this is very khaki in color. If you think of men's khakis, that's the color that this is. And then I got a 40 count in old mushroom right here, which now I'm kind of thinking I might use this for my birthday start, but I haven't decided. And then I got 46, which I have 40 in this, in the rustic driftwood, which I think is a really pretty color. It's a real medium brown. It doesn't have a lot of variegation in it. So I thought I would show that with this, so you guys can kind of see some of the color differences there. And then she put in Little Bunny in 46 count. Oops. Which is really, really pretty. It has a slight peach tone to it. And I really like it, especially for some of the samplers, especially some of the Scottish samplers that have those colors in them. So I think I'm gonna get some of that in some 40 and 46 when she has it on her site next, because it's really, really pretty, really pretty. So there are those. And then I also got my last installment, and I'll talk more about it later, of Maria Higginson by Stacey Nash. This is an exclusive off a Facebook page, I can't remember, I'm so sorry. I'll link it below, or tell you below. You can, but they do exclusive charts, and you get the whole kit with different designers and shops, and then you can order them. This one came in 4 parts, and that roof is just magnificent. That blue is so nice. So this is the original right here, and this is the charted. I mean, she did a knockdown job on that one, just beautiful. I mean, that couldn't look better. At least I think it is, but I could be wrong, but wow. Anyway, we'll talk about that more, because I did work on that some. The last thing I got was some silk from Mrs. Sadis Silk. So I'm going to put this up there. I'd heard about them from other Flosstubers, and we were talking about them on one of my Zooms. I got on there and saw that she had a conversion for the 2020 pandemic sampler by Saucy Girl Christy, and I was excited. I saw them, they're gorgeous. So here, I'm going to try to hold up most of the colors. So here is the conversion of colors. Is that gorgeous? I mean, could you just, they're luscious. So I have a couple of fabrics, maybe you guys can help me. One, I'm leaning a little more towards. One, I mean, it would be kind of a little departure for me, but I still think it would look nice. So this one is Haunted by PTP on 40 count. So those colors look really pretty on that. It's hard to tell the color in here, but Haunted is definitely like a turquoisey, mine's very turquoisey blue. I mean, you can tell it's a very, very much a blue, and a lot of variegation in there. So there's that. And then the other one I just got from Fabrics by Stephanie, Valerian Steel. This is a bit more gray. It has a blue tone to it, but it's not as bright, not as variegated. There is more, let me turn it around. There is a little bit more on this side. You can see the little more splotches and different things. It does have a little bit of the green, bluey green in the coloring. Right now, I think I'm leaning a little more towards the Valerian. It's a little more gray. Let me put these up against each other so you can see. So you can kind of see the color difference. But let me know what you think. If you think I need to go the other way, let me know. I won't be starting it right away, but I am in awe of Christine's design and the effort she put into it. So thank you very much. I'm going to link that below. This was a free chart at the time. I don't know if it still is, if she's still giving it away, but I mean, what a selfless thing to do, because I would have paid for sure money for this. And she just asked you to basically listen to some different things and just keep your mind open, be kind, you know, those sort of stuff. So I bought those. I also got a couple of other silks from Mrs. Ada's Hydrangea, and this is number 45 because purple. So a couple different shades of purple. That is all in my haul. So let's go on to whips. I'm going to show you my sad calendar a little bit. Some of you might not think it's sad, but you can see I just no stitching up here. I had very little stitching here. A lot of things got moved. These were the days I was gone, so I only stitched on the one thing. And I have stitched this week. I haven't written everything down. I need to go back and do that. Not as many hours of stitching as I normally do. I have felt really tired since coming back from California. You know, I used to travel a lot with her when she was younger, and we did go to California probably 3 or 4 other times. We went to Seattle. We've been to Long Island. We've been south, we've been north, and we've gone to different time zones. We've been to Arizona, and I'll tell you what, this one took it out of me. The time change, just, I was exhausted all week. So getting old, so much fun. And I lost my glasses, so I've been wearing these. What do you think? I love these glasses. I've had them for quite a while. But yeah, I lost a pair of glasses out in California, one of my readers. So I'm probably gonna have to buy a new pair, another pair. But let's get started. First is Jane Fittis. So I think last time I had finished this, I'd come down this border, filled some of those in, and I had started on these. This time I did finish that, and I think I had stopped on the 4-sided stitch here, and I'm going to show you I finished all the 4-sided stitch across, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that takes a long time, and it is on 46 count. It is a Sassy Fabbies, which no longer dyes. It's called like Raffia Cream or something like that. It's a very peachy tone. It looks like a cream or a white that has had a peach dyed on it. So here we go. Here's the whole thing that I've got so far. And then down the bottom here, down here, this is the bottom of the sampler. So I am getting close to the bottom, which is great. Let me go ahead and fold this so I can show you some of the 4-sided stitch because it is really pretty. There we go. So last time I think I had done these red ones. So I've done all of this 4-sided stitch along here. And I did do this, I think this right here. But so now I have that all done. I still have to come back up and do this double running back stitch. And I'm probably going to come and do, fill in some of these motifs, little flowers here and go down. And then work my way down this way. This little dog, it looks like a little pug. I'm going to make him look like my little Lily, look more like a boxer. So yeah, I'm going to probably come over here, maybe do this. So we'll see. I might even go into this bird. I think I pulled some of the colors for the bird and realized I'm missing one of the colors. So I had to place an order, and it's only used in that bird, and it's only a few stitches, but I still ordered it because, you know, I have all the rest and I want it to look right. So there's that. Here's my Maria Higginson. So I have finished this top part, which is part 1. I am working on part 2, which is down this border and across a little here, all these motifs in through here. Part 3, when I start it, will be the other side and all these motifs down here. And then, of course, I showed you part 4, which I'm going to pull out and make sure I put in the bag, which is the house. So this is all Weeks Dye Works. These luscious colors here, which are beautiful. This is on 36 count straw. And I'll show you the whole thing that I have done so far. All the words are one, well, mostly all the words are 1 over 1. The capitals are not, they're 2 over 2. And then you can see that I have filled in the berries here. I started on this tree right here. So that is this tree right here. And then I'll have to, she does give you the outline for the house. You can fill that in as you go also. But since I have all parts, I probably can go anywhere now that I want to go, but I'm going to work on that, getting that tree done. Probably going down here a little bit more. I don't have from here to here to go down on the border, get that border around the corner. So that's probably what I'll work on next. So that's coming along beautifully. I definitely glad I'm breaking up the border because you know, sometimes it can get a little tedious or monotonous. The next one was Emily's house. This was my monthly add-in. So every month I am adding in one of my whips that are large projects, larger samplers that I want to make some progress on. I know those whips I will not be able to finish unless I just totally did that only this year, but I wanted to make some progress. This one definitely didn't get as much progress as I wanted to, but I am planning on working on it at least one more time this month before the end of the month. But I did get the border totally finished. I had most of the border finished, but I needed to add in all the blue flowers. I also needed to add in all this little mustard in all of these little spots and fill in the bottom 2 corners with the little orange symbols there. I am off in this, so I do want to get started in a spot that I will know what I am doing. So I basically, right here, I added 5 stitches instead of 4. So I came straight down and added 5 here. Somehow I'm off here. I'm actually, this should be, you know, 2 squares for, you know, threads, but it's only 2 threads, but the border meets, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I think I might try to add these flowers in, maybe figure out where I'm starting here. I am going to have to like figure out where I'm going to start some of like this flower. It might be over 1 stitch because I am 2 threads wider than the chart. So I will have to figure that out. But it shouldn't be that bad with it just being, you know, that. I just have to remember where I did it. So then the rest of it in the side, I'll just go off of where I'm at. Okay. So the next one is Ann Morrison, which I'm in the sal for, and I am now behind again. I was doing well. I almost got all caught up with March, and I still haven't finished all of March. So I'm working on this band right here. I believe April is this one and this right here. So maybe by the end of May. So this is on a 46 count by Dixie Sampler, Goblin King. It's just a nice beigey, it's almost like a steely color, just really light. But last time I only had about up to number 14 done on the numbers. And so I finished that out. And then I started on this border right here. So my goal would be to get I'm going to work on it another day here in April. So we'll see how far I can get, at least get all of March done. And then in May, I'm going to have to figure out how to catch up because I really would like to stay on track with this one. Unlike Jane Fittis, I'm so far behind. I'm not going to get that done by July 1st. I started it last year in July when they started the sale, and I'm behind. So there's a lot of different specialty stitches in that one compared to Anne, and they definitely take longer. And I will say that the one part that probably will take me a while is the eyelets. I love doing eyelets, but on 46 count, you just have to take your time to make them look nice. And they do look beautiful on it, but it takes more time. So the next one was my New Year, New Start, which is the Holland Sampler by Jeanette Douglas. And last time I was almost done with this. These are all darning, based off of darning types sections. And this one, I was almost done except for the last little row. And then I was going to start this one. So these were done. I was almost done with that one. And I really wanted to get all of this done, but I didn't quite make that either. But I did make some progress. So here's where I am as a whole. And then you can kind of see I finished that last row here, and then I started this, and I think I'm going to try to get this finished today, just because once you learn the pattern for this, it's just easiest to go and finish the whole square and not have to come back to it later. So I'm going to put those up close so you can see them. They're not hard. All of it's really satin stitches. It's just counting it out right and making sure you're on the right thread. This is on 32 count Light Mocha by Zweigart, and that's what's called for. And I am using the thread pack that Jeanette Douglas put together, so it's pretty much all called for. And I don't know if they're still doing it, but I know that I started it because I thought it was gorgeous. I love Jeanette Douglas designs, and then Sassy Jacks was doing a stitch along with it. I don't know if they still are. I haven't checked in a while, but that's one of the reasons I started it, and I got my whole kit from them. So. The next one is Winter Rose Banner, which I am doing on 40 count, and I am using the silks from Vicki Clayton. And at the time, this was a pack that you could buy. I think she may still have them in that, but she is also doing conversions for just about anything, because she is making her hand-dyed colors to match all of the DMCs, so you could convert anything you wanted. And I believe she's starting to work on some overdyed cottons from some different makers, of especially ones that are used a lot for like Blackbird and some of the different charts that like everybody wants. So that would be really nice. Her colors are beautiful. The silks are so soft. I really am enjoying using them. So I was just working on the border. Here is the whole thing that I have so far. And I just continued down this side here and a little bit across there, if you can see. So, and this is on the Old Linen by Xjude 40 count. So that's that. And also I dropped it, but she gives you a really great, when you buy a conversion for a specific chart, she gives you a conversion little cheat sheet, which is super nice to have. And that way, when you're done with those threads, it's got the DMC on there. You can then match it up to use it for something else when you have stuff left over. Last one here, though he seemed sleeping. I really didn't get a whole lot done on this compared to by Lucy Beam, what I had last time. Definitely one of them that suffered, but this is my conversion. She has, in that, she has a conversion for the 4 different makers. So DMC, Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, and Gentle Arts, and you can mix and match or change. I did some changes, so some of these aren't even the called for. And it's been kind of fun on the Facebook page. They have a Facebook page for that chart specifically. And it's been very active with everyone's progress, their conversions, and to see it on different fabrics. I'm doing mine on a 40 count brown paper by Xjude. And here's my progress so far. So last time I basically had that row done. All I've done is come down with this border. So not too much progress, but I do like how the colors are working. You know, it's kind of concerning when you're not sure what will happen or what they will look like. But I think it looks really nice. I am enjoying this one. Definitely enjoying it. So there is that. Move these back over so hopefully they don't fall. All right, so those are all of my whips that I have been working on, except for Jessie Watson, which I'm going to be talking about that in my special edition Flosstube. So if you want to know where I am with that and what is going on with my Sal, please check out my special edition Flosstube, which I will be putting up in the next day or so. I might be a little behind. I wanted to film that today, but it is getting late since I had to redo this for the second time. Next up, I wanted to talk about May. I know a lot of people are doing Mania. I am not doing Mania like I guess normal people would do a Mania. I have never really participated in that. I thought maybe I would at some point, not this year, just because I'm trying to get my whips down. I know you can do a whip Mania too. I have heard of that. I will probably continue kind of with my rotation. I might add in a few things here or there, but probably going to stick with what I've been doing, which is the whips that I have here. And then I'm going to be taking out Emily's house, and I'm going to be adding in, which I wanted to show you, Teresa Koget's Newcastle Bouquet. And this was one that I fell in love with during the last market that we had, so a couple of years ago. And I was lucky enough, A, to meet her later, to sign my chart, and then B, I was lucky enough to see this sampler being pinned and framed at Craft Gallery in Findlay, Ohio, before market. And I absolutely fell in love and gasped. It was so gorgeous. The colors are just so vibrant and beautiful that I knew this was my one splurge. I was getting this, I was getting the fabric for it, I was getting, you know, the floss, everything. It was a no-brainer for me, which I love this chart. Another reason is you would never guess that there's only 9 colors in this. When you look at it, you think there's got to be more than that. There isn't. And it's amazing what Teresa can do with these flosses. So here are the overdyes. They're really pretty. So there's 2 reds, 2 greens, this beautiful peachy, kind of orangey color. And then she's got 4 DMC that you use. So just those 4, okay? And then it's on straw, and I'm doing 40 count straw. And here is, let me make sure I got it all in there. Oh, no, sorry. It is this way. This is my progress so far. So I'm almost halfway, top and bottom. The 5th one here would be halfway. This is the 5th one here. So that would be halfway for the sampler. So it is a good size sampler, especially this is on 40 count. So I can show you, I got a nice healthy piece of fabric for this with a nice healthy border around it. So it's beautiful. My plan would be to get this bottom border filled in with the flowers and the leaves, and then probably decide where I want to. It would be this side. This is the side I have done. This is the 5th one. So that's the center of the whole piece. Decide where I want to start here. Do I want to put some of these letters in? Do I want to fish that and start up on the basket and move out? Do I just want to come down from here and work on this beautiful bird and that crown? I have no idea, but I'm excited. I love this chart. Absolutely love it. So anyway, that will be the kind of next big piece that comes in. I kind of want to show you. I put it in my beautiful Garon tote bag. Love their bags. So cute. It's a little fall, but I feel like those colors are similar to what this bag is in the bird. So I had to put it in there. I had to get this bag for that chart. It's so cute. And if you don't know about their bags, check out their Facebook page, check out their website. They have a bag sale about once a month, and they let you know about it on their Facebook page. Usually the day before the sale, they usually do the sale on a Saturday. That Friday, they'll let you know that the pictures are up. So they'll put pictures on the website of what they look like. You can't put anything into your cart because there are 0 amounts. Then on Saturday when it goes live, the total amounts will be in there, and then you can purchase them. And there are only so many, and because they're handmade, so you've got to, you know, be there on time. Sometimes some things sell out, some things don't. You can get them later that day or the next day even. But they're beautiful bags, well made, nice sizes. I think they have a variety of sizes, so I love them. Check them out. All right. Get back to my list here. I talked about May. So like I said, for May, I'm just going to continue on. I have not filled out my planner yet. That will be later this week. I'll fill this out with what days I want to do what projects. Also, I have been on my whips putting in the corner over here. So this is the days that I worked on waiting for the harvest. So it kind of tells me how many days it's taken me to finish that. Some days, obviously, I stitch on it longer than others, but just to keep track of it, because I'm not giving it a specific day, I have been trying to work on it like an hour or so before I start my daily rotation whip. So that's how I'm doing that. If you have more questions on that, just ask. I just make stuff up as I go, so no worries. So I will be filling that out. I talked about the special Flosstube, so I will be getting that out soon. And I'll talk about Jessie Watson and just autism awareness and just a few little things and some pictures. And I will definitely be discussing this beautiful piece right here that I made. So you'll learn more about it and what it is. And then I want to, we have winners because I did a share / giveaway. So let me grab those. They're right here. So the first one is Pleasure of the Fleeting Year. This is Loose Feather Series for the Birds number 6. So my last Flosstube, I said you need to use the word pleasure. I went and looked, and our winner for that one is Joan Menard. So Joan, I'm going to have my email down in the description box. Email me your address. I'm assuming that's your name, and I will send that out to you. And then the next one was number 5 in the same series for the Birds Sing a Song of Seasons. I had extras of both of these. This one's probably one of my favorite out of that series. That one is XOXO Mary. So again, send me your information, email me. My email address will be in the drop-down description box. Congratulations, Mary. And the last one, the Needles Work. And this is Anna Maria Pollard. And if you haven't checked out this new designer reproductionist, Sharon Hostetler, she is fantastic. Beautiful work, beautiful stitching. If you've seen her stitching on Facebook or Instagram, it's amazing. So that one is going to go to Carol Fawcett. So there's your name. So again, give me your information and I will get those sent out to you guys. I'm so excited. Those were given for my 1,000 subscribers, and I am so thankful that you guys are subscribing, liking, and watching, and just the interaction back and forth and the people I've met. It's been fantastic and wonderful, especially during this time where we can't meet in person. I haven't been able to meet in person with any of my local needlework ladies. And so it's been fun to Zoom and meet other people and just even talk back and forth on Messenger with different people, through Instagram, through Facebook. So thank you guys through here. So it's been super fun to get to know different people and then check them out on Instagram or their Flosstubes or, you know, on Facebook, wherever it is. So I appreciate all of you guys. Lastly, I'm going to add some wonderful Synchro videos because you all were so kind about the picture I posted on Instagram, and all wanted to know more about it and see more. So I'm going to do that. Unfortunately, this will be the last time that I will be able to do that. My daughter has decided to come back home and finish school at home and not be a part of Synchro or go back to school in Texas, which we're very sad about, but very happy for her decision, because she has made it for the most positive reason for herself, and a good decision for her. And we're very thankful that she is smart enough and courageous enough to do that. She had a dream as a child to be a synchronized swimmer in collegiate sports from the time she was between 10 and 12. So it's been a long time coming. She's been working and competing in Synchro from the time she was 6, and she is 20 now, she'll be 21. So she has been doing this a long time, and she fulfilled her dream to swim at a national championships, which she did. And I was very happy and lucky to be able to go do that and see her. So I really hope you enjoy the videos. The first video is what they call a tech routine. So these in collegiate sports in the US, they do these individually, and it's the same routine with the same elements. So there are specific elements that the girls have to do that they're judged on, and those parts of the routine are weighted more than the in-between parts of the routine. But which it's hard to explain, but I think you'll enjoy it. All the girls, when they do elements for this tech routine, they wear a white cap and a black suit, so they basically look all the same, and it's easier to judge them hopefully a little more fairly that way, so they don't have like their school colors or name or logo or initials or anything on them. So that's going to be first, along with some beautiful, wonderful photos through this whole thing that were taken by a teammate's mom, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. She got some wonderful pictures of Gwen and every teammate through the whole event. She is a wonderful amateur photographer. So I'm very thankful that she did those and freely, gives them to us to be able to have as mementos and keep. So that's fantastic. The second video after the elements will be the team routine that you saw her in the air. So the beginning of the routine, there are 2 what they call lifts or throws. That is my daughter being thrown in the air or jumping in the air and doing those fun things in the air, backflips, splits, whatever. So that's her. After that, you might not know where she is in the routine, but I think you'll enjoy the routine. After that, I've got some more pictures of her in the routine with her teammates, and then some other pictures. We went to Santa Cruz Boardwalk after the event on Saturday, and so I have some pictures from that too. So I hope you enjoy. I really want to thank you for watching again and tuning in to me. I should be back every 2 weeks now for a little while. I'll let you know if anything changes. I know with summer coming, it may be a little more difficult for me to be on time. So, and some traveling as far as seeing my son and my mom. So, but I will keep you up to date and let you know for sure. Hopefully I still stitch as much. I tend to stitch a little less in the summer because I'm outside and more active and gardening and things like that. So I will catch up with you in 2 weeks. And again, everyone, just be kind. Thanks. Bye, guys.
University of the Incarnate Word.